Good evening. I just want to share a quick little devotional thought that's been on my mind, something that I have watched and thought about quite often. And I just want to share with you. One of my favorite characters in the Bible is Joshua. And I just want to read just a little portion of the first chapter and just give you a thought to hold on to. It says, "After the death of Moses, the Lord's servant, the Lord spoke to Joshua, son of Nun, who has served Moses. Moses, my servant, is dead. Now you and all the people prepare to cross over the Jordan to the land I am giving to you. I have given you every place where the sole of your foot treads, just as I promised Moses. Your territory will be the wilderness in Lebanon to the great Euphrates River, and all the land of the Hittites and to the west of the Mediterranean Sea. No one will be able to stand against you as long as you live. I will be with you, just as I was with Moses. I will not leave you nor forsake you. Be strong and courageous, for you will distribute the land I swore to the fathers to give them in inheritance. Above all, be strong, be very courageous to carefully observe the whole instruction my servant Moses commanded you. Do not turn from it to the right or the left, so that you have access wherever you go. The book of the instruction must not depart from your mouth. You are to recite it day and night, so that you will carefully observe everything written in it. For then you will prosper and succeed in whatever you do. Haven't I commanded you? Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid or discouraged, for the Lord your God is with you wherever you go." The thought that I wanted to share just quickly is that the Israelites are now at their second time to cross the Jorden River. The first time they fled with their tails tucked between their legs and did not believe that God was going to do what God said he was going to do and provide what God said he was going to provide. And so from that, they end up having to spend 40 years in the wilderness. Now they're back. They're standing at that brink of that river again, looking across. They know what has happened in the last 40 years. Moses has died. Joshua is now the leader. I can imagine Joshua being just like a normal human being, probably has some doubts and some wonders and some fears about what's going to take place and how he was going to be able to lead the nation of Israelites across that Jordan River and to claim the promised land. The thought I want to give to you, just on the other side of the Jordan River, just a ways from there, was a city called Jericho. Jericho was a powerful, powerful war horse. Walls that were stood high and thick, warriors all around. And they knew that they were going to have to face those from Jericho. Well, guess what? God had a plan already. Already had a plan. God was not surprised that Jericho was on the other side of the Jordan River. So what I want to give to us, God is not surprised about the Jerichos that may be facing our lives or what we're facing. God has a plan. And as you would read along, as the Israelites overtook Jericho, that plan was something that was so far-fetched that how in the world could anybody succeed? Well, God, no one could. It was God. It was God alone. And the Israelites chose to serve God and to follow him through that journey and through that period of time. Yes, there's been a lot of strays. There's been a lot of things that's taken place over the years. But I want to tell you again tonight, God is not surprised about the Jericho that we are facing. God has a plan. And it is up to us, the followers, the believers, to walk in the way that God says. And just like what Joshua's commanded there is to stay within the Word, stay within the things of God, recite them day and night that we may hide them within our heart. I love what David has said, "Thy word have I hid in my heart, that I may not sin against thee." And if I may change it just a little bit, "Thy word have I hid in my heart, so that when I approach the Jerichos of my life, I will make it." May God bless you and keep you and watch over you. In his name we come. Amen.